Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your February 2026 tarot reading for the month ahead for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Taurus, let's see what we have for you, starting with your angel answer message. First card, we have recovery. We can have physical, mental, emotional, financial recovery, healing on all levels with this card. With that, we have the situation will improve. Let's see what we have for you as a romance message. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Okay. So we have very soon. Clearly decide on what you want so that it comes to you now. And let's pull a money message as well for you. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Message for Taurus for the month ahead. Money message. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Two cards fell. So the first is do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So we have do the work. With that, we have visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power, and everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you for the month ahead. As usual, we're going to go through the cards week by week. So let's see what we have for Taurus, February 2026 tarot forecast for the month ahead. What do we have for Taurus, starting with week 1? What does Taurus need to know? Thank you. So week 1, we have the Knight of Cups. Week 2, we have the 9 of Wands. Week 3, we have the 4 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is week 4. So let's clarify the cards, go deeper into the message. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you, Angel Spirits Guides. February 2026. Starting with the Knight of Cups, week 1. We have the Empress reversed. Empress is linked to Taurus or Libra, but as an energy, she's generally very abundant. Not so much with the Empress reversed. The 9 of Wands, we have the 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, week 3, we have the Knight of Wands. And we have the King of Swords, week 4. So, Taurus, the Empress reversed is a lack of abundance, whether it's emotional, whether it's to do with money areas. This is somebody who is feeling that something is, feeling that their situation is lack, not bountiful. Quite the opposite. The Knight of Cups can be offers of love. If this is to do with romance, it might well be you're questioning whether whatever you're offered here is enough, whether this is what is going to bring you fulfillment and joy, because the Knight of Cups can offer offers of love, apologies, heartfelt gestures, depending on what that means to you. But this is where you might feel that there might not be enough in it to keep you in it, whether it's to do with your feelings on the situation or through an experience of some kind. So this can be that sense also where you might not have felt respected, honoured, appreciated, valued as well. And this could well be somebody reaching out to change that, but then you have to decide how you feel. So there's levels to this card, but it's ultimately an energy of lack. Now, the Empress can also be linked with many areas. She can represent financial lack when it's reversed. So the Knight of Cups can also be somebody who is offering a helping hand in some way. So however that manifests for you, the fundamental energies remain the same. There is an offer to do with feeling lack in a certain area of your life here. The Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, the energy here, Taurus, is we feel tested, we feel like we've battled on in this kind of scenario. In money, career, finances, it can be representative of I have to try and pick myself up and force myself to keep on moving on, to keep on putting in the work and the effort and battling on. Because change is closer than you think. It can represent an energy here where change is closer than you think, to do with feeling lack, financial lack. The Five of Pentacles can be linked with things to do with debt, changes in employment, investments going wrong. It's an energy of financial lack or loss of some kind. So it can, or debt. So it can be an experience here, Taurus, where you've been battling on, you've been pushing through something here, and it takes all your energy and perseverance and determination to keep on going, even though this person doesn't really realize that the end is closer than they think. So this can be that scenario here. So certainly financially, that's what I'm getting for you. For love, romance energies, whether it's to do with a romantic connection, whether it's to do with, and with a romantic connection again, you might be deciding what you want, just like that romance angel message is saying there, whether this is for you or not, whether there's enough in this to keep you in it, whether it's through an experience or treatment or how you feel about a situation. Because again, this can be that scenario. I don't know if there's enough in this. I'm battling on, but I don't know if I want to anymore. And the cards show that it's coming to the point where you're going to decide. Similarly, it would be the same thing, again, if you are battling on through an experience where someone is apologizing, heartfelt gestures, the same kind of energy applies. I don't know if I want to keep on battling on with this. I know I have to decide one way or another sooner or later, and it feels like that's coming. Because with the Five of Pentacles, no one likes to feel lack. I don't like the way you make me feel, not good enough, not valued or appreciated, or I'm battling through this, but it's just dawning on me there's not enough in this relationship to keep me in it. So it can be that scenario here where, and it can also be when you might be supporting someone financially and you don't want to do that anymore. If you're giving handouts, if someone is asking for money from you, but you have to protect yourself as well, because this can be somebody who has financial lack as well. I don't have the money to give you. So this can also be that scenario here. So there's levels to this, but it says sooner or later, change is going to happen. You're going to decide one way or another, because this is nearly over one way or another is what I'm seeing for you. We have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Wands. And again, so if we consider the energy of relationships, the Four of Swords is when we can take a step back to consider how we move forward. We can reevaluate our situation. We get clarity. We take time and space out, and it really can be just a little bit of time. It can be a day, half a day. You could go to your favorite place. You can go into the garden. You can do meditation, whatever you want to do. But this is about where you have space to think for a little bit of time to get your head clear, and it does come. Because this can be something that the calm that leads to the choice being made. The Knight of Wands can be to do with a person, male or female. It can represent somebody who is exciting, confident, larger than life. There's passion, there's attraction, there's chemistry, certainly in romantic terms. But it can be unreliable people, as well, who you might be connecting to as well. It's not limited to love romance. It can, in romantic terms, on again, off again relationships, somebody who goes and does what they want to do and acts now and doesn't really think about the consequences on anybody else or how it might affect other people. It can be quite a spontaneous energy, acting with, spontaneity and not thinking about the consequences and following their passions and doing what they want to do, not committed. So this can be a scenario here, Taurus, where on the one hand, you could be dealing with a bit of a player on the romantic front, somebody who isn't committed, somebody who doesn't make you feel good enough, valued, appreciated. This can be that scenario, male or female. And you're taking a real step back to think of whether this is for you or not. For others of you, this can represent somebody who is unreliable, who acts without thinking. And again, if this was somebody who was asking for money from you to go and do what they want to do without thinking of the consequences, this might well be where you're evaluating whether to give to that person anymore, whether it's your time or energy or whether it's to do with money. The same thing really applies. So it's quite, it can sometimes be a bit of there's levels to it, but it can be a bit of an irresponsible energy. So this is that scenario here, Taurus, where you might be thinking about that on the relationship front. Either way, there is some thought being put into this here. Now, the Four of Swords and the Knight of Wands in business. The Knight of Wands can be very positive in terms of something coming in. Jobs, business opportunities, offers to do with projects, initiatives, opportunities, something opening up for you that's really positive. It can be my green light energy to go as well. So if you've been waiting for the go-ahead on something as well, or waiting for an opportunity to come in or an offer coming in, this is a real sign that it's coming in. The Four of Swords can represent one of two things. It can be a huge sigh of relief with the Four of Swords, where we can take the foot off the accelerator, something that you've been persevering on. Like I said, in money terms, it can represent one step away, one final option, one final push, one final obstacle, and then it's happening. So this can be that sense of relief with these two cards. Now, it can also represent just taking a step back to consider, whether you say yes or no as well. So there still might well be some decisions to make to do with an opportunity coming in. This is what I see with week 3 for you. It can also be very positive to do with go-aheads. If you're waiting for some kind of go-ahead, week 3, this would be the green light, the go-ahead, to do with something that you've been waiting for a go-ahead on. So it's always a very positive sign of that basis too. We have the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is positive news, positive communication, and a clear way forward. King of Swords can be somebody in authority, somebody in charge, can also be linked with legal processes, paperwork, bureaucracy, red tape, authority figure, establishment figure. So you might be dealing with that legal processes. So this can be that kind of person as well, or just a leader. Can be a leader in business, for example. So on the back of week 3, this could be a real powerful energy of someone clarifying the way forward for you through communication, conversations. Like I said, they're not necessarily linked to these weeks, but this will be a very positive sign from the King of Swords because they're bringing clarity on the way forward. So this is somebody who is fair, right, true, honourable, stands for what's right and true, does the right thing. Whether it's personal or professional, this is somebody who you might be having a conversation with, getting advice from, getting decisions from. This is very positive on that basis here, that the way forward is really opening up with this person. So really positive on that basis here, Taurus, that clarity is coming your way through communication by week 4. Now, you could also be, if you've been thinking about decisions, this can also be you manifesting as a King of Swords, again, male or female. But this is, you know which way you're going, the right thing to do. And there is conversations on that basis in terms of what's right for you, in truth, in how you are now moving forward. The way forward becomes clear, is the energy here. Certainly, if someone's bringing that to you, or you might be deciding that as a King of Swords energy, adopting that energy, doing what's right for you. So it could be decisions to do with what's happened before, to do with week 3, or to do with the other areas that I've been speaking about well. Doing the right thing for you in truth, but fully clear in terms of how you're moving forward now. This is very positive because there's real clarity with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords in how things are moving forward. And it's linked to this energy of what recovery looks like for you and the situation improving. So week 3, week 4, very powerful in terms of the potential for exciting change, but doing it in a way that's true to you, in how you feel that you need to align and move forward now. So that's what I have for you, Taurus, for February period. Let's see what we have. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. I'm going to pull 2 messages from Spirit. What do we have for Taurus? And remember, the King of Swords, if you're manifesting as a King of Swords, in truth, not afraid to cut cords with things that don't serve their highest good as well, but also very clear in terms of what's beneficial for them, what's good for them. And this is likely where you are deciding what's good for you, you know, with this energy of the Romance Angel card as well. All right. So your first message from Spirit, we have gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Let's pull one more card for you. What do we have for Taurus? Message from Spirit. Second message, thank you for Taurus. Oh, I've got 3. Let's go with it. We have stay connected. We are all born connected to Spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is the time, an important time, to reconnect to the source. It's also trusting your intuition as well, because it's how we're guided a lot of the time. We have choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. And finally, Taurus, we have receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Taurus, that's what I have for your February 2026 tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful February period. I'll see you next time.